We are hearing from President Obama tonight. He passed along his thoughts and prayers to Scalia's family. The president also says he will nominate a successor to fill his seat on the Supreme Court.
I plan to fulfill my constitutional responsibilities to nominate a successor in due time.
Scalia's death comes in the middle of an election year. Many members of the Republican Party say they will not approve the president's Supreme Court justice nominee. News 4's Allie Ingersoll is live in the newsroom. She spoke with a political expert tonight about what comes next. Allie?
Callan, well, this is a pretty complicated matter. With Scalia's passing, the Supreme Court sits at 8 members right now, 4 of whom are liberal, the other 4 conservative. The president can't just go ahead and appoint someone on his own. The nomination needs approval from the Republican-run Senate, many of whom have already said today they won't approve. So with that, one expert is weighing in on the significance this could have for our political system.
I think it would be a mistake to move too quickly on this.
James Campbell is a political science professor at the University at Buffalo. He says Antonin Scalia's sudden passing and what happens now following this vacancy could impact the way the political parties work together.
The way this is handled will shape the nature of the conflict between liberals and conservatives.
The divide between the two parties is evident now as we're in the midst of an election year where social issues like gun rights and same-sex marriage, as well as public policies like the Affordable Care Act, are common debate topics. These are issues the Supreme Court hears cases for, too.
A lot of major public policy ends up in court. The decisions that the court makes can shape policy for the nation.
The Supreme Court can still hear cases with 8 members. 5 justices must come to the same decision, though. So Campbell says having an even-numbered split court right now makes matters messy.
Close decisions become more complicated.
Campbell says selecting a new justice is a very political decision that people try to remove the politics from, something he says can be difficult, but necessary to assure the best nominee will fill the vacancy as it has major implications for the country.
This has been a very polarizing time in American politics. This has the possibility of making that even worse.
With something like that being a possibility, what does happen next if the president goes forward with his appointment, and how the Senate responds to it is something we will definitely be following. In the newsroom, Allie Ingersoll, News 4 at 11.